This is where the cool podcast intro is supposed to go, but I forgot to finish it. Anyway, here's Scuffed as Fuck.
Hello, and welcome to the Scuffed as Fuck podcast, the only place you flip a block for hours trying to fit it into a square hole. I'm your host, The Block, also known as the Cubic Guru. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Koda. Say hi, Koda.
Hello.
And we're also joined by a very special returning guest, Lucky Rabbit. Say hi, Lucky.
Hi there, I'm a penguin.
Oh, are you learning to fly?
Yes, I'm very much learning. Well, I'm learning how to fly, and I'm also earning coins by riding minecarts.
Are you dancing?
I'm very much dancing right now. I'm doing the club penguin dance. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can hear me moving in my
hell
chair.
yeah.
There we go.
Folks, our topic today is the golden age of Flash games, to which I have a ton of experience in growing up with the internet, as are my friends here.
Woo!
But I wanted to start this off, guys. I wanted to ask you: was there a specific website that you went to play these Flash games?
Ooh.
For me, yes, very much so. Any chance that I could get in class when the teacher wasn't looking, I would switch from cool math games over to my favorite, which was always Newgrounds, and
Yeah.
I would literally play anything that was on the front page.
Let's go.
All right. Mine was Andkon. It was kind of my brother did not really allow me as much to get on Newgrounds, probably for good reason. I was 3 years younger than him at the time, so I was a little kid on the Wild West of the internet. So his and I's safe space was indeed Andkon, so spelled like and then KON. Which is still up to this very day. Even though it doesn't update anymore and Flash is dead, it's such like a cool little snapshot, I guess I would say, of like looking at all the Flash games kind of piled next to each other, you know? I do have a picture of that I happen to have carried with me, and I'm totally physically holding in my hands right now, you know. But yeah, here's my snapshot. There you go.
Yeah, please share it. That's one I've not heard of.
Crazy.
Yes, so you can actually
never
see
heard
a
of
lot
Andkon?
of great ones like listed in this photograph.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You've never heard of Andkon?
No.
It was
So
my
if
hub.
you actually if you look up in that top row, the third one over, that is the picture of the game that I was
That is
talking
the
about
game.
before we started the stream. Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh my
You
gosh.
also had I forget the name of it, but the little right next to the Spider-Man one in the second row, there's the one where you had to eat all the things. They've made different games based on it now, but you played as like this parasite that ate things and grew and all this
Tasty
other
Planet.
stuff.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Tasty
I
Planet.
love Tasty Planet had about 2 games, and I think a mobile version, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Dude. They
Yeah.
had Duck Game,
Yeah.
they had Shopping Cart Hero. This site was lit.
Yeah,
They
this
had
was where I experienced a lot of it. But a little bit more kid-friendly, I think, in some ways than Newgrounds.
Oh, in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like the best of Flash without the garbage.
Oh, oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's Riddle School or something like that down there in the
Yes.
bottom.
Riddle
the bottom
School
row.
was my entire childhood.
Oh my God.
Apparently the creator went on to do Five Nights at Flumpty's, and
Mhm.
I don't know how he's doing now. I've heard he's kind of had some rough patches, not going into details on that, which is a shame. But
Yeah.
that looking back on the art itself with Riddle School and everything, I know that the very first game he made when he was about 11 years old, I think simply based off the assets from Madness, if you remember that whole series. I'm trying to remember if you guys know that particular Flash series or not. Flash game was it? I thought it was called Madness. I'm like looking
No.
this up.
Did you say was Five Nights at Flumpty's the like Humpty Dumpty one?
I think so. I didn't play
Believe so,
those as
yeah.
much. Yeah. So I've got a photograph of that as well. So these were like they made several of these games, but they were like Madness, Project Nexus, Madness Interactive. It was a whole series. My brother was super into it. So when you actually do look at a screenshot of the very first Riddle School game, you can actually see a lot of the similarities in the character models. Like he just kind of built
Correct.
this up and was like, I'm inspired by like Pico's school at the time and building it off of this game's engine. So yeah, you can see kind of the resemblance with the hands a little bit. It's kind of you have to squint, but it's there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Interesting.
Bringing back so many
Yeah.
memories.
this
Yeah.
whole series was a bit of a marvel. I really do appreciate Riddle School for giving me an appreciation for click escape games at the time.
100%.
Let's go.
That's where I think I
Mm.
found my love for quick escape games.
Yes. Could tell you every solution right like the back of my hand at this point.
Damn. My site was always Miniclip.
Yes.
Yep, that's another good one.
Yeah.
What has
Which
become
that
of Miniclip?
more or less that was like a less polished Newgrounds because there was still like a bunch of very not safe for work games on there.
Oh yeah.
But life be.
Miniclip was man, that was another introduction. I know that was my lead in to eventually getting to play Club Penguin because of how they collaborated with them on the website at the time. I kind of miss when they had like the avatars and everything when you if you guys are familiar with Candy and Clyde when that game came out. You were
Mm-mm.
able to have accounts on that website, and many of the avatars were actually directly modeled off of the characters of that game. So,
Okay.
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
you had like a customization feature.
yeah. Well, speaking of that, Lucky, so it sounds like Club Penguin was a pretty big part of your Flash experience. So I'd love to hear more about that.
Oh man, that's such a hard topic to even like find a starting point because I'm like Club Penguin is that took up my years from when I was in the beginning of first grade. I would say technically I would count it, even though I didn't play it as much past 12 until I was almost 17. So I was about 6 years old to 17. I was a pretty regular player of Club Penguin. My parents, I actually did have a membership for a good portion of my time on there, again, up until I was about 12. We ran into some financial issues at the time. So I didn't really have my membership past that point until like I was a big kid that I could pay my own membership.
Ooh.
But I witnessed a lot in that game that I argue like with Flash games, I don't know if we'd ever capture something that magical again. It's hard to say. The devs are working on a new game, Party Parrot World, so go check that out. But
Ooh.
yeah, that's on the way. But I've been beta testing for that, which is really fun. But
Ooh.
I joined Club Penguin when the camping party, I think, came on. I think it was the one and only time they ever did a camping party. So I had a little marshmallow stick that I would always carry with my little character just to like flex a little bit and be like, I got that rare item. I love doing that on the game. I was just like, it's a free rare item that you never see again. So I saw a lot. Watching Club Penguin's popularity skyrocket and peak, I'd say in 2012 when Operation Blackout came out. And there were children on the playground talking about that. It's like, it was huge, y'all. Just witnessing that whole thing, it's like because I was born in 2000, so I'm kind of sort of older Gen Z at this point. Not like oldest,
Right.
but like I'm in that realm where I was the perfect age for Club Penguin, and the game means a lot to me. It's throw out to the devs, man. It's like you made my childhood just so much better just by existing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I never had the opportunity to play Club Penguin. My version of that was
Wait.
Webkinz.
It's never too late, Cubic. There's still
That's
still
true.
private servers going. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Club
I
Penguin
should.
Legacy.
Oh, we forgot about our plans to like actually meet on this episode on Club.
Ah,
We should have done that. Dang it.
totally all right.
Too late now.
But they even have Club Penguin Legacy. I just pulled this up.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Club Penguin, Journey, I thought was it Journey or
Yep.
Legacy?
We got Journey, and then we have Club Penguin Legacy, which is
I think Journey is like the biggest one right now, but it still has a very,
Journey
very
is the
active
biggest
player
one.
base when you go into it. Even custom items. Yeah, Cubic, give it a go sometime. I'll drop you a link there. It's
Maybe I
worth it.
should.
Worth the fun. Yeah.
I'll
It's
take
never
the
too late
journey.
to join the magic.
Well,
This is crazy that this is still up and around.
Oh yeah, and these servers are busy too. It like has a very popular like player base still.
I
Like
love it.
you'll drop in and be shocked. Just don't tell Disney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
You were saying Webkinz. I remember Webkinz.
me too.
Oh
What was your first
man.
webkin?
My first and only one that I had was the Desert Fox.
I had a
It was
panda.
the
Ooh. I had a
let me
frog.
see if I can actually pull.
I remember walking
Uh,
into Hallmark and like not knowing about this game. Like my best friend at the time brought me in and she was just like, "Hey, I want to get like a Webkinz plushie and like I'll have my mom get you one too, and so you can like go and pick one out." So I picked up a little panda and I still have it. I'm pretty sure. It's probably resting in my stuffed animal net actually right behind me. So I
yeah,
still
the
have I
Yeah.
Desert
still haven't
Fox.
lost it.
Yeah, it's interesting because that was like the first example of a toys to life sort of thing,
Yeah.
which
Mhm.
pretty soon after that it kind of exploded. I mean, we had Skylanders and
Mm,
Disney's Infinity and all that stuff, but
yeah.
that was the first. I don't know. It was very cool, and it was just this fun little flash thing that you could see your little stuffed animal come to life on.
Yeah, that was huge at the time. I mean, just the idea of like being able to purchase those pets, because I mean, I do remember the concept like exploding after Webkins.
Yeah.
And we had this is kind of obscure. I never hear anybody talking about it, but it was called like My E-Pets or something like that, where it was roughly the same idea, but it was with dogs. And you could buy the
Hmm.
plushies in like Walmart or anything like that. They were like rescue pets or something like that. MyEpets.com. I can still find the website. Like the website doesn't exist anymore, but like they the bane of my childhood was the fact that this game when it went up, it had different locations that you could visit and, of course, take care of your little pet with and everything. And they were constantly building up that this carnival in the center was coming, like that there was going to be little mini games and everything you could play with your pets and kind of expand the whole idea. And that freaking carnival never opened and freaking never did. There's a picture of it
No.
right in the middle. Every time I moused over it, they were just like, "Hey, this thing is coming soon. It's coming soon."
Coming
It never did.
soon.
Never did. The game shut down without it, and I'm still mad. Ugh. It's
That's
like just looking
horrible.
at that picture makes me sad
Crazy.
because I was like, "Man, I can't wait for the carnival to come out." Never did.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like one of 5 people that played this game, so because I had a husky. I had a husky plushie from this thing. But nobody else remembers it, and it's kinda sad. I really should, like, reach out to more people and be like, "Can we bring this thing back, please?"
For real.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
cute.
I remember this. I'm now
Oh, you
looking
do?
at it and I'm like, I've been trying to like think about this, and I remember the amusement park in the middle.
Yep.
I don't remember much of the game at all, but I do remember that fucking amusement park looking at this
Yep.
picture.
Y'all sharing my childhood pain. Love that.
Classic.
Man.
Oh man.
I wonder what would have been in it had they ever done it. I wish I could get in contact with the devs and be like, "What were y'all planning with this?" And they're probably like, "We
I,
never did it."
yeah, we weren't. We literally set it there just to make people want it. Uh wow.
Oh, God. It's
Well,
like childhood
speaking
pain.
of going back to like Andkon and my Miniclip and all that stuff, one of the games that I remember like playing a lot was, did you guys ever play Fancy Pants Adventure?
Yes, I
Oh
did.
yes.
Oh my god, I actually
I don't
just
know
pulled it up on
2000's
Andcon
childhood
because I
without it.
have it. Yeah. So for those of you guys listening that don't know what Fancy Pants was, Fancy Pants was like uh, a platformer game, like a side-scrolling platformer games that was released in the early 2000s, roughly 2006, I believe. And you played as this character known literally only as Fancy Pants Man. And he wore like these. The only thing he wore was like these yellow or orange triangle-shaped pants, and he had hair that was very reminiscent of like Cloud from Final Fantasy, very yellow, spiky, and then I think in the re-releases they ended up getting rid of the yellow hair and it was just like see-through.
Oh,
But uh, it was honestly, I remember it having so many references to like Sonic the Hedgehog, where like you had to collect these little spirals, and then if you got hit by an enemy, you would lose them and part of your health, very similar to like Sonic the Hedgehog. And the
yeah.
levels just kept getting wilder and wilder.
I
Like
mean, I
I
remember
think
this thing became a franchise at one point.
oh yeah, they made 2 games before they re-released. The first one is Super Fancy Pants, and now it's
Oh
on
man.
consoles too. Um, I think the only boss that I physically remember is from World 2, where the whole story behind that world was some rabbit stole your ice cream and you had to go get that shit back. That was literally the entirety of the level was this rabbit was being a little dickhead and stole your ice cream and you're like, "Well,
Sounds
I'm not
familiar.
going to have that."
Ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting concept of these flash games that have built up enough of a following and enough of development to become full-fledged console games. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw that with a lot of behemoth games like Alien Hominid and you know what I mean? I think Castle
Yeah.
Crashers, that was another one. Just really cool. I'm glad like indie devs were able to get their start just giving these cool free experiences to people.
Yeah. It really did change like a whole generation.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
we
love it.
were we were kind of the lucky ones, I feel like, that got to experience this really cool era, you know?
Kind of true though. I
Right.
mean, the internet is so interesting in a lot of different ways, but I feel like that was the good end of it for the most part.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of smack dab in like that really good just like era of like games on the internet and being able to kind of connect with people over that, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, with
I would agree with that.
the MMO of Club Penguin existing and everything, and like those kind of peaking at that era as well, like communication, was really strong too. Kind of before social media really like took the world by storm and everything. Like you had Club Penguin, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I think too, all of these like random games that you went on sites to play, they kind of like they were a talking point for young people at the time.
Oh,
Because like my friends
100%.
would always be like, "Hey, dude, have you ever played Balloons?" No, what is that? And now
What
that's
is
one of my favorite
Bloons?
Flash games ever is Bloons Tower Defense.
So explain what Bloons is to me, because I've
Please.
only briefly played the first, like the sixth one. I know I got it for free through Epic, but yeah, for
Yeah,
those uninitiated in it, what is Bloons?
Bloons is a tower defense game where you place either machines that shoot shard objects or monkeys that throw darts, and your goal is to keep this onslaught of balloons following a path from getting to the end. Uh, it's like I can't remember when it started, but it was one of like the earliest Flash games I ever remember playing. But it's real fun. It's one of those things where you see how far you can get. Um, and yeah, they're up to like Bloons Tower Defense 6,
Six
and
or seven?
Oh,
there used to be if I remember right, when I was in college, there was Bloons Tower Defense
Went to college.
Battle, and you could like yeah, I went to college. What?
I didn't know if you heard that.
But yeah, that was one of those things where like you know it was a mobile game and you could play with your friends, you could play against other people. It's one of those games that have become more grand than the scope of what the first one was. Just a fun little tower defense game, which I think
yeah.
is cool. I think it's really made its mark.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really nice to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like again, we really were in just something kind of special.
Oh, I agree.
It
What were some
Yeah.
other ones you guys really played a lot as a kid?
How familiar are you guys with Nitro?
Nitro. What's
huh?
that?
Ah, Nitro, man. Okay. So I believe these devs went on eventually to work on Shovel Knight. I'm pretty sure in the future. At least I think they had contributions to this. But their whole thing, they contributed on to Miniclip, which is how I became aware of them in the first place. But their whole shtick with creating original Flash games was they were all set in kind of a 16-bit style era. It was all their own games, very, very high quality at the time, very polished, beautiful games, simplistic in nature, but probably some of my favorites, I think, out of any developer at the time. They had a huge variety of pretty much anything that they were making. Like you could have a game called like Hot Air, which was where you use a little fan to navigate a hot air balloon through different obstacles, and again, some wonderful music with those games too. Skywire, which is where you're controlling a little cable car, but using just two buttons. It's the up and down arrow key to push forward and back or to brake. And you're getting these three little passengers through like these different obstacle courses while you're navigating the car. And you're kind of pushing and pulling back. Mutiny, where you're playing as little pirates just launching weapons at each other. There's extensive library of some of their stuff. They are some of the greats, I would say, out of any of the Flash era games. I cannot recommend Nitrom enough to people who have not experienced their library before. It's games that still very much hold up to this day, in my opinion. They're converting slowly everything to HTML5 at this point, and they just announced recently that they're doing a re-release of the classics on Switch. So they're like remaking games like Twin Shot and that sort of thing to launch onto the actual console. So they're fantastic. I love them. But there's so much to say about them. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface, but I mean, like, highly recommend. Their art style too is wonderful.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can send some photographs to like a little bit of some of their games, but there's probably some Cubic, especially if you're familiar with Miniclip. I'm sure that you've played at some point. Had to have run into Nitrom eventually if you were a regular player.
Yeah,
But,
I probably have at some point.
yeah, like if you play Cheese Dreams or something like that, where you're bouncing as little like cheese on the moon, then that's probably
Okay,
some exposure.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple in here where I'm sure if you guys look through the list, you'll be like, "Oh my god, I played that on Miniclip," because this is their personal website. But they really did do a lot for solid Flash games, and I don't think they get enough credit for it. Unfortunately, they're kind of forgotten nowadays by a lot of people. But this is where me and my brother used to go a lot on the internet and just play for hours, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of these really look familiar, but I'm sure I've maybe crossed one at some point.
Yeah, they still hold up perfectly. Especially the Test Subject series. You guys should really give Test Subject Blue a good chance at some point. Again, they're simple in nature, but easily grabbed by just about anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, grab it up.
Yeah, I'll have to definitely give these a look.
Yeah, explore these. I also love games like what was it? I'm trying to kind of look. Looks like they've actually gotten more of the HTML games back up. Sweet. This is actually great. I was just looking on it now. But they're getting there, converting everything over time. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
What about you, Koda?
Sorry. I actually am reminiscing on a game currently. I pulled it up and I started playing it unintentionally because it just brought back so many memories. Do you guys remember Freerider? Did you ever get to play Freerider?
What's Free Rider? It sounds
Or
Freerider.
familiar.
Line Rider?
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Freerider.
Is that where you draw and your guy sleds on it?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
So
Oh
Line
my
Rider
gosh.
was the initial one where you actually just drew the line and you slid on it.
Wow, this looks like a early
Freerider.
draft Happy Wheels almost.
Freerider, yes, it very much feels like it. Freerider was a
Wow.
very fun game where people would just let their imagination run wild. You can actually see here. Let me pull up the link and I'll post it in the chat for us.
God, I miss when
Um,
Happy Wheels was at peak.
oh my God, Happy Wheels is one that we can go
Yes.
into as
Welcome
well.
back to
But
Happy Wheels.
so the whole entire basis behind this was let your brain run free, create the exact map that you want. You can go as crazy as you want. Some people would like fully detail the background because you could have multiple different levels of lines. You could have the line that you actually drove on, and then you could also do different like a slightly grayer one that you could actually design the full background with and everything. And it's literally get from point A to point B without dying. They'd have checkpoints. You could have little stars that you would collect as collectibles. And they had even campaign tracks on the website. You would sign up, create your little character. I don't know if you could actually design how the character looked or if you were just creating an account, but they had a full campaign tracks.
Oh.
It's so much fun. Actually, I wish I could show you guys this. I could stream it to our Discord real quick and show you guys it. But like some of these are here. I'll just go ahead and do that if you
I can
guys want
definitely
to pull
see
up
the
one.
inspiration here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. We're getting a live Koda feed. Let's go.
We're getting a live Koda feed. So this
First
is
time ever.
yeah, right? First time
Whoa.
for everything. So it's literally
Look
like
at this.
That was
yeah,
an epic fail.
epic fail. But literally just the entire place is like
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
this is
so
so
much
great.
harder than it looks, but it's this was the entirety of the game was just getting all these so
Man, I could
to
just like stream Flash games with you guys for
oh yeah,
ages.
100%. We could stream Flash games. I'm suddenly I have performance anxiety, but so
We're judging you.
Oh my
Oh,
as you
gosh.
can see,
broke the guy's. Oh, crunch,
am not good at these games ever.
crunch.
Never was I. A lot of times I couldn't get past the start, but
Yeah, I can definitely see like the physics that carried over. If this
yeah.
game was, if Happy Wheels was directly like built off of this, like I would not be shocked.
Hey, there we go. We survived.
Oh man, you're actually reminding me of something else while you're like kind of setting this up. Actually, does it still
But
exist?
a bunch of different calm jumps. Here we go. This
Dimension.
should be our jam.
Does it still exist?
As simple as they could be. You just
Oh my.
and I still can't do it. There we go.
Oh my
You're
god,
just
I think this
traveling
goes.
from one place to another. People would design these whole things. Sometimes they would have not proper line sections. You had to be very precise with your drawings. It had only a couple of functions. You had the space bar was to pause. You had, as you can see down the bottom, you had Z to switch direction. You had the V to reset, and you could pick the vehicles that you had. So it had like dirt bike. It had a 4x4, I think. At one point, you had a regular bike. Some levels had where you could actually use like a BMX bike and do jumps. Um, but very cool, very old school. Letting your imagination run wild. Like, look at this one. This one even has a Pokemon at the start of it.
Oh
That
man,
is.
look at the art, yo,
Right?
it's
This was where I
beautiful.
learned about this is where I learned about some of my favorite artists, like, growing up,
Oh my
was just
gosh.
how simple the, uh, the design was, but how crazy you could go into all of it.
Yeah, just
Um,
like the sheer
just
amount of
even
effort is insane.
right? Just even drawing a track. So, you got straight lines, you got your curved lines. You could do your actual, like, painting of stuff. This would all be background things.
Huh,
You
look at
could
that.
use
Can you draw
these were
me?
your little collectibles. No, I can't draw. And
Oh,
then you had the
boo. Can at
I
least
know,
attempt to
boo
draw a
me.
rabbit.
Oh god, I haven't
Do
drawn
it.
anything in so long.
Do it. Draw the rabbit. Draw the rabbit. Oh
Mhm,
my
mhm,
gosh, it's
mhm.
beautiful.
It's perfect.
Koda demonstrating some gorgeous art skills going on here.
There you go. There's your rabbit.
Yay, it's me.
Perfect.
I feel
But
so flattered.
we've gotten so distracted by this. But yes.
Oh, that was cool.
So like, yeah, it's a really cool game from a long time ago that I'm so happy that this website still exists and it's even on Google Play. You can add it to your Chrome. It's on App Store. Um, and it's oh man,
I mean,
I haven't
all this talk is really reminding me of something kind of obscure. Can I bring it up or?
go for it.
Okay, it's this game that how familiar are you with first off with you guys on Dino Run? Did any of you guys play that game?
No run.
No.
It's
No,
getting a
I don't
sequel
think
now,
so.
but the entire object of the game, it was made by this little company, XGen Studios, and the game was actually like an online game back in the day on a Miniclip. I remember this very well. And the object of the game was basically you're just a little dinosaur and you're just kind of running over the field and trying to get away from the meteors before they end up knocking you out. And you're
Oh
jumping over
geez.
obstacles, you're racing other people to get to the cave. People can screw you over by getting into the, like, by knocking you down. It's so much fun. It was a classic game at this point. Probably one of my all time favorites. And I got so excited when they announced that they're actually making a sequel now, like after all these years, and it's going to be on Steam. Like they're going to have a chat room again, just like the original did, because the original you could actually talk and chat with other people. If you were a member of XGen Studios, or at least like signed up for the newsletter, you got free hats. So I would always wear a Cat in the hat on the label of my little dinosaur, and it was so charming. Like this is one of those really cool games that I think you guys should at least check out the sequel when it ends up coming to early access because it's going to be like 10 times bigger when they get this going. It's been one of those side projects where I'm just like, I have so much appreciation for the first game and like, just it's like, it's simple fun that I'm just like, yes, bring this back. Dino Run Online with the capabilities we have now would be insane. But
Yeah,
yeah.
That would be yeah.
I'm a big Oni Plays fan, and they played this on stream once.
Did they? Oh my
Yeah, so
god.
I have seen this before.
Yes, this game rocks. I just remember having such fond memories of it, and just of course like talking to people in there too, and just being like, "Hey, you up for a match?" And it's like, "Let's run." So it's
Interesting.
just like
Okay.
this game was hard too. Like I never got totally good at it, but it was kind of like the Happy Wheels of dinosaurs, I guess I could call it.
And
But
who
yeah,
is this
that's
made by?
XGen Studios, and they did some really great other online games back in the day. I was originally going to bring up Stick Arena Dimensions. That's kind of what that game
Okay.
was called. And that game was you're basically playing as a stickman, and you got weapons, run after each other, and basically kill each other in one big arena. And it was as simple as that. Again, it had the chat room capabilities like Dino Run did, which was pretty cool at the time. But that game was freaking awesome. You could build up your rank over time. You would actually have rankings in the game. You had spinners for your character, so you could show off a little bit when you were doing that. The game had some really great music too. I swore by the sledgehammer in this game a lot, so I was trying to see if I could find photographs of it. But you would basically travel around and you could just kind of pick up guns, bats, whatever your heart desires. And oh my god, I forgot Exgen Studio made Motherload.
I
Yo,
was
thank you for
gonna
putting
wait.
that in there. I forgot that was them. Oh
I
my
was
god,
gonna
hearing
wait and
that
bring that
logo
up because
again. Ah,
I
Motherload. How did I neglect Motherload? I'm so
when
sorry.
you
That
said
game is like
Xgen
iconic.
Studios when you
Yes.
said
And
Xgen Studios, I immediately thought of Motherload, and I was gonna ask if you guys remember playing that at all.
I would never forget Motherload. I have actually played on what was it, Arcade Pre-Hacks back in the day, which used to hack flash games. So I have actually beaten Motherload, but not the legitimate way, where I had
Right.
unlimited
Oh,
fuel.
I used to play the living shit out of Motherload. I loved Motherload so much. It was one of those games that anytime I switched over to Miniclip, I would automatically start playing that first
My sibling
because
was
of
obsessed.
oh, it was so much fun.
Love this game.
Also, looking at this picture that you posted of the Stickman game reminds me a lot of the Hotline Miami games.
Ooh, I think I can kind of see it.
very
That's
much
funny.
the top down, running through the entire room, killing people, collecting weapons, stuff like that.
It
I'm
must have
sorry.
been indirectly inspired.
Can we back up on that screenshot real quick? You rocked sloppy jalopy with a Glock. What is that?
It had a notification every time you like killed somebody in this game. I just
Also,
remember
what's that
like
freaking picture?
What do you mean? What is the picture?
What is it?
Oh, are you talking about the painting on the wall, or are you talking about the
Yeah,
game itself?
Oh,
Hey,
the painting.
I don't know if I want to know.
I
It
don't know if
looks
I want to
very,
know either.
Okay, talk about
uh,
that. Go ahead, talk about the
uh,
stick
uh,
game.
yeah. uh,
Gosh,
Sloppy jalopy. Well,
I was
that's a
gonna
hell of a
say
name.
you rocked sloppy
Sloppy
jalopy.
jalopy with that photo is very.
Okay, all right. Jeez.
Uh,
My God, I was like, I wasn't even looking at the finer details. I was just like, let me get like a good looking screenshot of what this game looked like.
Was
I
that
would
like
always
is that a player's name that you played against, or was it like a NPC?
players named. It was an online game, so everybody would like be in
Oh,
chat rooms and end up just going off into a new match, and it would rotate around, and you could build up your rank over time, and you could chat with players, and it was a pretty classic game. In all fairness, again, it was similar to what Dino Run kind of built up, and I think Stick Arena came later in terms of like having the chat room and online like capabilities. It was pretty ambitious for its time.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that username now, Sloppy Jalopy.
Sloppy jalopy. It's
Just like
so
I come on the
wild.
podcast later and it's like, hello, this is our new guest. Sloppy
Yeah,
I'm no longer Lucky Rabbit.
please. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord. What memories though?
Koda, are you still looking for that
Wild.
game, or do we have
Uh,
I have one
which
more
game was I
question for you
looking
guys
for?
if not. You said that you mentioned another stick game.
Oh, um, oh God, what was the sick game I was thinking of?
I bet I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
Henry Stickmin?
Henry Stickmin was a good one, but that wasn't the one that I was actually thinking of. The one I was thinking of was there were two of them actually. Did you guys ever play Territory Wars?
Territory Wars.
No.
It was this. It's on Andkon. It was on that main page.
I need to
Um,
see.
so s-
Oh,
Territory
this
Wars was
one.
basically a 3-on-3. Or well, you could actually pick how many people were part of your team. Think of like Worms before Worms got big. So
Wow.
you would pick the amount of stick figures that each team had. You'd have a red team and a blue team, and the maps would be all these different like terrains, and you would select your character, move them into position, and then you would use weapons such as grenades or guns or what have you, and try to kill the other team. And then
Goodness.
Worms came out and kind of overhauled that, so you could have like the holy hand grenade and all these other things, and
Okay.
very very cool.
Wow.
I loved Territory Wars growing up. The other one I was thinking of is also on Andcon, and I'm having to pull up this picture that you posted, Lucky, to see if I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, that
Um,
it had a lot more just beyond like that one page, but like the most iconic, I would say. Like if I was gonna sum up Flash games in general, just looking at Ancon's front page, I would be like, oh yeah, those
oh
are like
yeah,
some of the greats, just like displayed on the front page, alongside Dress Up Yoda, because of course we can't forget Dress Up Yoda.
Of
Dress Up
course.
Yoda. Yep.
No, that's the first time I
Uh,
learned what something
Oh,
was.
you just reminded me, Lucky. Not to interrupt you, Koda, but have you guys ever heard of DressUpWho.com?
Yes.
That my
oh,
sister, when she would play Flash games, that was the one she went to, and it would have some of the. They were all like dress up, like very. I'm gonna say traditionally girly games. You know what I
Oh
mean?
Lord.
But some of
mhm.
them were horrendous. Like they had like picking out shit out of people's ears and.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it
What's
was
I'm
some?
just
familiar because of JonTron when he
Yeah,
talked about that
exactly. Yeah,
website. It's
yeah.
like
Like
when he's like, I'm
someone's
gonna
sick.
throw up.
Someone's sick and you gotta like clean their mouth out or something. It was just weird. Weird games like
Oh,
It,
that.
I remember
That's
him
so
legitimately
weird.
sounding ill when he was playing on that. He's like, "I'm gonna throw up. I'm actually gonna throw up." And it sounded like so legitimate. I was like, I was concerned about him.
Some of them are goofy.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't just acting for the sake of visiting Dress Up Who. That was like legitimate feelings on video. It's just like where he was just
Insane.
laughing his ass off the whole time. And it's like, oh my
I
god.
I will say, talking about that, as disturbing as it is, of pulling shit out of people's ears, um,
What a
reminds me
segue.
of yeah, I know, right? It reminds me of, and then they're not Flash games, so I don't know if they technically would count to this, but do you guys remember the old iOS games of like, um, the there was the game where you tried to shoot paper wads into
Yes.
a basket across the room
Yeah.
from
Yes. That
the,
was hella
or like
addicting.
they had like the one that was like the plumber's crack one where you had to like try and throw coins into the plumber's crack and stuff.
I didn't have
Um,
that one.
I don't remember that
oh
one.
my god,
Yeah.
hold on, hold on. This
What
was
the
Oh
fuck?
this
god.
was a child.
Coda's going to
Uh,
get it.
my Google search is gonna be
But
wild.
you're just like plumber's crack game. I mean, I remember the one that we were all trying to find that was like lost media for a while was the one with like the meat slab or whatever.
Oh,
So
yes.
Yeah. It was like that was the one where you like had to like hit him with a hammer or something. We had like a dark version or something like that that got lost. I'm like trying to remember what we were even looking for.
it was called a plumber crack,
Why am
Okay.
I
and
not surprised?
it was that was literally the name of it. And let's just pull up a
I need to see this
screen
beautiful image.
grab of this. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a decent photo. I mean, decent isn't gonna exist in this game, but um, let's just copy image and post it into the Discord.
Oh god, I'm not prepared.
So
Oh my god.
yeah, so you had a plumber, um, that was their head was under the sink. They were working on pipes, and the whole entire game was you were throwing ice cubes or coins or what have you into their crack and earning coins for this, and you would unlock different things. Um, it very much, I don't remember why we had it, but I remember my mom would let us play that all the time on the little iPhone that we had, the iPod Touch or whatever. Um,
I mean,
here
back in the
is
day, if I may, for a second, you were kind of putting me towards like some of the old Facebook games that used to rotate
yep,
around a lot of the time.
Farmville.
Something like that. There was one that like nobody ever talks about. That I remember my friends and I at the time when we were like really young. So this would have been like Facebook when it was new. It was a game where you just broke a bunch of eggs. You'd have a hammer and just like smash the egg open and hope that you won a prize for the day. And I still have a
Mm,
photo of it. It was a stupid simple game, but like you got like 3 eggs during that day and then like you would break it open and then you like share on Facebook like what you earned for the day or something like that. And I remember like getting a couple good ones, but I was just the worst luck at this game. Like I just was constantly
mhm,
getting duds. And I was just like, man, I got like all my friends are like sharing like man, you got like a bunch of gold or something for the day. And I'm just like, I just got all duds. Like constantly. And it's like it's one of those I just went to like literally look that up. I was just like, "Oh yeah, that one Facebook game where you just broke the eggs open." And it's like, "Yeah, it still exists." Um
that's wild. Egg breaker. Yeah.
yeah, this is like still old. Yeah, you got more hammers every midnight. Gold eggs cost 3 hammers, but silver eggs cost 2. Yeah, I remember that was like the thing where you had to like kind of gamble if you were going to break open your like the more rare eggs and see if you got something. Um
Hmm.
I do remember again like Farmville and everything, Farmtown, which was kind of its spin-off. I love that fucking picture.
Oh,
The
the picture I
dude.
just posted.
He's
Yeah,
just like
so
he's
that was the other game that was created by the people that made Plumber's Crack. It was called Office Jerk,
oh my
and
god,
your
it's
whole
got the
thing was
was.
literally your whole thing was literally like throwing these pieces of paper at this dude. They also had the one that was the like the throwing the paper wads into the trash can and all these other things. Yeah, just old school iOS games and Flash games of that era were so dumb, but so they held your attention so well.
Man. Again, it's just like I'm just over here. I'm like, let me just throw my pieces of paper at Scott the Watson.
Right?
It brings back memories.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yeah,
was
and I
also
looked back.
whenever Talking Tom came out, and
Yeah.
creepy.
Oh wow. Talking Tom, man. I remember again when that took like the world by storm there for a hot minute.
Some
I
people
remember
still
when
use
everybody on
Talking Tom for
Facebook
like,
had their own fish tank actually back in the
yep,
day. Yep.
yep,
And
yep.
like it was the biggest highlight of my day was using a little sponge to scrub off like the algae on my tank. And I was so proud of my fish.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, guys, before we wrap up today, I did want to ask you, what was the most like absurd or crazy Flash game you guys have ever played?
Like what would that
Absurd
rank in as
or
absurd?
crazy?
So we're all talking about these really like fond, you know, I love to pop balloons with monkeys. I love to, learn to fly as a penguin. I love to do this and that. I love Club Penguin. What's like the Newgrounds Kill Justin Bieber version of a game you remember?
Oh,
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I've got a
oh
couple.
boy. I
Uh,
have a few as well.
I have
hold
two.
on. I need to see if I remember their
Uh,
names. I'm pulling them up.
my
Okay,
first
I
one,
will.
I don't remember the name of, but there was this game. It was like a really crappy RPG, and
Mm.
as you like progressed and you earned money from like defeating monsters, you unlocked hentai. And I didn't
Oh my
know.
I
god!
I didn't know as a
Good
kid.
lord.
So like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, you
You're like,
know,
oh my god.
what is this? I
I
don't remember
have
the
I
name of it
have
though.
quite the story on mine. It's
You
Yeah.
guys go through yours.
oh, so mine, I don't know what was going through like my 9-year-old brain or something like that, or maybe just YouTube like recommended it to me or something like that. But I was being funny as a kid and like kind of looking up like little games on YouTube or something like that. And I guess I typed in like kill cartoon character or something like that. Like I was just kind of being random. And I ended up stumbling on my first game I ever saw like quote cartoon gore in, I guess I would say, that like really actually bothered me as a child because again I like now it's like oh the most shitty Microsoft Paint looking like effects ever now. But like as a kid I was just like I just watched my favorite cartoon character die and it was this version with the Powerpuff Girls. And I'm gonna just send like a quick screenshot. Like it's crappy cartoon blood, so I don't think it'll bother anybody. But I'll spoil it just in case. But like this shit traumatized me as a child. Okay,
Oh my
it was a
Aw,
god.
game just centered around brutally murdering the Powerpuff Girls.
how could you?
Yeah, and I was just like, this is so like stupid, but it kind of fucked me up as a kid for a while, excuse me. But it's like it just I was like legitimately
Oh yeah.
bothered. My parents called me to the dinner table like right after I stumbled across a YouTube video playing of somebody playing this. And I was just like the quietest dinner I ever had. I was just like pale. I was like this like I cartoon blood scares me now and I guess I have a phobia of it. So I don't anymore, but it's like as a kid that created a development of that. So good
Yeah.
job. Yeah. But
Okay.
that's probably the most quote screwed up one I could find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I got off easy, but I'm just like, I don't know, dude, that one bothered me. And now I'm just
One
like,
of
oh,
them.
this is just like tame compared to what I've seen on the internet since.
Yeah. I mean, one of the ones, and I guess it would be considered tame now, but one of mine was, did you guys ever play Toss the Turtle?
Toss the
Yes.
turtle. Toss
Yes.
the turtle is
Yeah.
great.
That one I love to death, but it was very much a out there game because of the cartoon blood and everything. Like you're shooting a literal turtle out of a cannon, and every time it hits the ground, it leaves a giant spatter of blood and gets progressively more fucked up until it reaches the end and it's died. And
Turtle.
you're earning coins and upgrading your cannon and all these other things, and it really like I think the gore in that it was minimal at best, but it really just kind of got me started into those kind of games of like, ooh, I'm fucking these things up. I'm fucking up all these different like characters and cartoon blood and yada yada yada, and it
Yeah.
got me into playing games like I think it's called Sift Heads or Shift Heads, which was basically a Stickman Mafia game. You play as this main character named Vinny, who reminds me very much of Vin Diesel. He
Oh
drives
wow.
this
I love the design
y-
when I went to look this up.
of Toss the
It's actually
Turtle or Shift Heads.
Sift Heads.
Sift Heads, yeah. So you
Yeah,
play
the
as
design is great.
oh yeah, you play as Vinny, who drives this Ford Shelby, and very much a muscle car dude, part of the mafia, the whole missions and everything. You're chasing after these mafia bosses, shooting them, killing them. Yada yada. They have a character named Shorty, who's very much a uh now I guess would be considered a bimboified stick figure. Um, yeah, I wish I was kidding. Hold on.
I'm like
It's
looking this up and I'm like, how was I never aware of this series?
yeah, there was
I
like
actually dig the art style a lot just for like
oh yeah,
something
the
kind
art
of
style is
simplistic.
so cool.
Yeah, that's like immediately
There
what
was
pulled
like
me in. Like my brother would have loved this.
there's 7 or 8 different games of it. But like here, I'll
His and
copy
I's
this image.
things were always going to like stickpage.com, which still exists,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure at this point. And I'm pretty sure it had like a certain amount of like that series on there. I mean, looks like they still got the Henry Stickmin series up here even. Wow. Yeah, Fleeing the Complex is on here.
So
Okay.
the picture that I just posted to the Discord, the biggest character there with the shades on, that is Vinny. The one in the middle, of course, is Shorty, as you could see and tell from what I was talking about. Um, I don't remember the other characters. There was Kiro, I think, was the dude with the sword, the katana. Um, and it was a Shelby GT 500 was his
Wow.
big car that he loved, and it was called Shelby.
Wow.
Um, yeah. Here's a image of it. I loved this game to death. Or no, it was it named Shelby or was it named Eleanor? One of the two. But I these games were so cool, and I should not have been playing them growing up
I went to
because
check
of
and
how
yeah,
they were.
Sift Heads originated on stickpage.com. This is crazy.
Mm,
If you guys are familiar with Stickpage.
I don't know if I ever played on Stick Page.
Yeah, me
It
neither.
had just basically a whole collection of Stickman based games. So my brother and I would frequent this website. Him more than I, but Stickpage was kind of our go to for a lot of these. I was introduced to the Henry Stickmin series through by being on stickpage.com. So
That would make
Oh.
sense,
yeah,
actually.
this is a great website. They had it's just basically a whole focus collection on Stickman related games. So I don't know how if they're even active anymore at this point. They could. I just haven't looked at like their forums or anything in a hot minute. They may be no longer like a thing anymore. But their legacy went on for a good while. But I think this is also where I got introduced to Stick Arena in the first place. It was probably through Stickpage. Which is just
Dang.
funny. Funny how
Okay.
this works
And
out.
looking at
Yeah.
this game just brings back so many memories. I might have to try and play this later. I don't know if I should try and stream it though, because I don't remember a lot of the games. But
Oh, well, this is where Madness Combat
uh,
came from.
yeah, Sift Heads was one of those games that was very off the walls, and you can even see it. I think they actually have the game, one of the games on Epic Games now. I think it's Sifthead's Rush. It looks like.
Oh,
Uh,
I might explore
yeah,
this
it's like
series
15
later.
bucks.
It kind of looks like it's
It's a
sort of
cool
actually
game.
up my alley.
It's a very fun game. I enjoy it. It is kind of like frustrating in some things because they do have like the sniper missions where you have to be across town on top of a building and like aiming specifically for a guy, and you if you barely miss, you lose the mission.
Ah,
Um,
So
but
realistic.
right,
yeah.
but very cool game.
Yeah, thank you for introducing it to me. I might give this a check out after stream here.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my the other one I wanted to mention was you guys ever play Cat Mario?
Yes.
Cat Mario.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one that's like the rage game
Yeah,
name, isn't it?
yeah. That
Yeah,
was a
Cat
very early
Mario,
Rage
baby.
game. But yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
that one was absurd because it was one of the first, and everybody's like, I want to play Mario, so obviously you look it up on Google, and a lot of the times that's kind of how you got to Cat Mario, which is kind of funny because you're
I
expected to play this
remember
wonderful
everyone's
game.
playthroughs with it.
Speaking
And
of,
getting
speak,
screwed on the immediate like first screen.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like you go to jump and you immediately get hit by spikes.
And it
Yeah,
just it was set up
I.
so
Ugh.
perfectly.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Michael from Achievement Hunter. They're not a thing anymore. It's been so long, Rooster Teeth. But when he did his whole Rage Quit series, he had a game episode based on that game from like the early 2000s. Uh
Based on Cat Mario.
yeah, it was Cat Mario, I think was what he played, and his whole
Oh,
series was like his whole series was called Rage Quit, was just him playing video games that made him increasingly more angry, and he would get louder and louder as he tried to beat it. Uh,
Oh man, those are the simple
oh
days.
man. Speaking of Cat Mario though, and I know that we're kind of like going into tangents a lot, but that's fine. That's what this show is about.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Mario, which was the Mario game with the portals?
no.
Oh my god, hold on. I am sending
I'm
this
like
to both
looking
you
this
guys
up.
in chat. Uh, it was like Mari,
Oh.
and then capital O.
Oh.
Um,
How am I not familiar with this? This is cool.
yeah. Let's see. Oh wow. The website
While
that I
you're
just
looking
pulled
that
up
up
is
and we're
called.
talking Mario games, let me find I think it was like I knew it was called like something something Boss Rush.
Mhm.
Mario Remix Boss Edition. Oh my god, I freaking love this game. It's so simple. It's just Mario, like you playing as Mario, but thrown into a bunch of like a huge boss rush of like different franchises. So like Castlevania and Sonic and all kinds of
Ooh.
different like levels. And it was hard, man. I ended up just beating this game through arcade free hacks, which was just basically the 3 jumps and you get it. Because otherwise, it does take a while to beat these bosses. Like some of them will have like 10 hits at least. It's hard.
Mhm.
I remember beating Dracula on this game, and like you would go up the cups over time to be able to actually like win. I will link that just out of like love there because that is on Newgrounds as well. But very special game to me. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm not
Yeah,
seeing an actual website for this anymore, but
I
they
do
do
see
have
the
where you
game
can
when I looked
actually.
it up, but
Yeah, you can download it now, which
hmm.
is really cool, and it's a complete recreation of Super Mario Bros., the original like 1985 game. It has elements from Portal, like a portal gun. It has 4-player simultaneous co-op, a level editor that you can use to edit to create levels for the game. 33 different hats, downloadable map packs. But I'll just post the website that I'm looking at for this, as well as a picture of the game in um, our little chat here.
Ooh, just
So
grabbing
there's
up all the
that,
recommendations tonight.
and then let's actually pull a picture of this. So this was the home screen, I believe, for it. Um, but you could place portals anywhere on the map, and you could skip through different areas because your Mario had this little. It looked like someone had drawn in like a pixel editor a portal gun, and it wasn't like super great, but you can even see it in that picture of
Ooh,
This is
yeah,
cool.
that is cool.
Huh. I like the idea
yeah.
of breaking the original Mario with a portal gun.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of
Also,
fun.
like
I remember playing it a lot.
I like seeing the copyright 2012 Maurice on the picture
Uh
for this
huh.
game. Dang it, Maurice. Oh man,
2012 though.
2012 was peak.
Oh my gosh, the world ended.
Yeah, right.
I think it did.
W-
I
The
think it
world.
kind of did.
I think it did. I think we're living in an alternate timeline where
I
the
think we
world didn't
are.
end, but
Yeah. I did play the
like the
Majora's Mask clock
future.
tower that night, so maybe I cursed everybody.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, how you guys feeling?
Nostalgia blast.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like
feeling
blasted
old.
out of my chair. Just
I'm
like
feeling old.
I've gotten gray hairs now, so I'm getting gray
Right.
hairs just talking about this.
Yeah, I need to go to the chiropractor now.
Don't even get me
I'm old.
started, dude. I've been needing the chiropractor for so long.
I need one for my neck.
uh,
Increasingly as we talk.
I need a chiropractor for everything. I feel like I've shrunk like 3 inches just from my like spine compressing itself. I used to be 6 foot. I feel like I'm now like 5'10".
No, I'll take care of your spine if you want. I'll just use a little bit of a baseball bat, while I'm at
That'll
it.
work.
So
That'll work.
here. This is me with your spine. Just sending guy in the baseball. I'll make it feel better.
There you
For
go.
those of you listening, Lucky just sent me a GIF of someone breaking a baseball bat by hitting a baseball. Um, yeah, yeah,
The
no,
baseball was his back.
a baseball, yeah.
Oh
Oh
man.
God, that would hurt to get hit by that. Anywho,
But
we've gone on such a tangent here.
it would fix your
Um,
back.
man, I do need my back fixed.
What a fun
Uh,
episode.
what a fun episode. You guys have
Yeah.
any other games that we need to go over?
I would give the Cartoon Network games like an entire episode of their own.
Oh my God. I remember
Yeah.
playing the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends game,
Yes.
uh, or like
Tiffany.
Cartoon Network. What was it? Fusion Fall.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
Fusion,
Fusion
Fusion Fall
Fall.
was. You could still play that game. I
Yeah,
mean,
Open
it's not
Fusion.
nearly what it was, but
It's still around though. And honestly, I didn't get a chance to play it very well because my computer almost set itself on fire whenever we tried to play it. So
mm,
we had Windows XP and that bad boy was cooking whenever you booted up Fusion Fall.
and is Fusion Fall still? Hold on. There's FusionFall.org. I don't know if this is the actual game itself.
I just know about Open Fusion being a thing now.
Open Fusion.
Yeah, it's kind of like a recreation fully of Fusion Fall. And I think it's on a server.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Intriguing.
played it. It's actually pretty easy to install. It was a lot of fun. I played it for a good chunk there. It replicates several versions of Fusion Fall throughout its lifetime, it says on here, with enough accuracy to complete a full playthrough. So yeah, Fusion Fall
Open
still exists.
Hmm.
Fusion.
I like that.
Yes,
It
please
is
do.
it was my first experience like working my way through the actual games. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Written in C++, Open Fusion will run well on pretty much any hardware you might have lying around, including embedded computers such as the Raspberry Pi.
It's very
Configure
impressive.
your
It's
own.
an amazing project.
Figure your own mob placements, customize your experience with commands, or recompile the server to add new features.
It's so cool, like the passion behind like actually getting Fusion Fall to work, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, Cartoon Network. I wish if you weren't half dead right now and worrying about financial problems, I would beg Fusion Fall to come back.
I don't think there's going to be a world where they actually can do that.
I
That's the
know, and that's
problem.
what kills me. Like, dang it, why can't we get like a console game or something, a Fusion Fall? Like, I would be so down. Ugh, that would be awesome.
You know, I
It's a
know this
dream.
whole entire podcast, Cubic, is about video games, but I kind of want to branch off and do some episodes now that we keep talking about all these Cartoon Network things about like our childhood and TV shows. Like, do you remember
Yeah,
Codename Kids Next Door?
Yeah, of course.
me too.
Oh my, just looking at some of the characters that we had in this, number 4 and number 1,
Mhm.
uh, just on the Fusion Fall wiki, I'm just like, that was a childhood memory for me, was always coming home from school and watching Codename Kids Next Door, or as I started to get older, we would watch like Adventure Time and stuff, and I still
Yeah.
never finished that show.
I mean, honestly, The Kids Next Door was just brilliant when that came out. Like, I remember watching Operation Zero, I think it was, with my brother, and he
Mhm.
and I were just it was that show where he and I were just at the right age of being young enough that we could enjoy it together. And so I have a lot of really great memories of how solid the world building was, and just the
Mhm.
characters. Like, I liked everybody in that show, you know?
There was I can't remember the name of the character, but I know he was a dentist and his whole thing was like he had the giant wire disc wrap around his head.
I can exactly
Um
picture who you're talking about, and all of a sudden his name has slipped my mind. Oh,
yeah,
Night Brace? I think that's what it was, or
I
am
think
I
it
like
race.
Night
And then
Brace? I think.
there was the Captain Blackbeard, except his beard was full of candy.
How did I
Uh,
remember Night Brace? Like his name all of a sudden. Of course, Sticky Beard, Count Spankulot, which may not
that's
fly today.
right.
Um, yeah,
I mean
Professor Extra Large,
yeah
Triple
the
Extra
the
Large.
the children. I don't remember their names, but like them and father, like that
Yes.
whole entire.
They were that was such a tragic, like, story when you
Oh
really think about it. The fact that, like,
yeah,
they were operatives the entire time. And it's like and they're just stuck, you know? It's like, just even Galactic Kids Next Door, God forbid that ever eventually become a thing at some point, because I know that it would get support when it did. There was plans for that, you know, to eventually reboot the series and them as follow them as teenagers. And I always wanted to hope that maybe, like, had that ended up becoming a thing, like, the delightful children might have finally been freed, you know? They were such a sad
oh
story.
man. Tell you what, Cartoon Network, I will buy you out with the whole tree fitty that I have in my bank account right now, and we're gonna get you started on making a remake of Codename Kids Next Door and all of the
I
other
mean,
stuff.
Patrick Warburton's standing in the corner and waiting to just print that money. You know, if you guys will make
Mhm,
it, the whole crew wants to be back on board. They had a storyboard for it, a website planned for it. They were
mhm.
ready, and Cartoon Network said no. So it's like why?
And that gets into the whole corporate greed and all that stuff, and
I
we won't go
know.
into that.
I can only hope
But
maybe
Boo.
they'll change their minds and Galactic will
boo,
become a thing at some point, but right now it's hard to say.
hoping they'll change their minds
Yeah, that
is
was the
yeah.
dumbest decision they ever made, was not letting Galactic become a thing.
I mean, it's just like, oh,
Mm.
we'll have to go into a whole episode about it, about games that got canceled and like
Ooh.
the or games and shows that got canceled and the people that own the rights are just like sitting on a money pit or like a wealth of money that they could be using. Like,
It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with.
yeah, exactly. Like, um, just a brief one before we end the episode, just because it's on the top of my head right now, talking about all this stuff is the Alice Madness Returns, American
Mhm.
McGee's Alice.
Yes.
Um, love those games, and American McGee wrote a full story, did all of the concept art out of his own pocket, and all these other things for a third game, brought it to EA, who owned the rights to it, and they were like, "Nah, we're not gonna." And so he literally stopped making video games for a while. He's now making one based on his plushie Dreadfuls, which is gonna be cool. But
I didn't know that was him.
yeah, he's the one who got the plushie Dreadfuls kind of started. It was his idea, and then it's just kind of become its own thing. But he's working on a video game for it now. It's gonna be a la, it's gonna be a la Alice. So it's gonna have very much a similar kind of vibe to it. But
The more you know.
yeah, the fact that EA literally was just like, we see that this thing could bring in lots of money, but we're not gonna do that.
Thanks,
We're gonna
EA.
focus on our sports games.
Classic, of course.
Yep. Thanks,
Classic
EA.
EA.
Pride and accomplishment. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But we've gone a little bit long on this episode. I just realized it's been a little over an hour.
Oh, it was interesting. It was interesting stuff.
It's been a good one. It's been a good
Yeah,
one.
I've liked this episode. We definitely do need to do a part 2 for Flash games because again, there's still so much to like stretch out on this library. We've only scratched like a few because like on that subject, I feel like so definitely a sequel episode needs to happen.
Oh yeah, there's a few episodes that need a sequel that
Yeah.
I've got in the works.
Yeah. Give me that opportunity to talk about all the Cartoon Network Flash games, and I can fill an entire episode with those. I was being
hold
careful
you to
not
it.
to bring them up yet because I'm like, oh, that would be a whole separate thing because there were so many of them.
There were.
Yeah.
Cubic, you want to send us out?
Sure. Koda, can you tell us where they can find us?
Right. I forget. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us all over the place, actually. You can find all three of us, Cubic, Lucky, and I, on Twitch at our respective names. We have Lucky Rabbit 1927,
Yeah.
the Cubic Guru, and then I am Retro Coda with a 0 at the end of retro. So RETR0
That's all.
KODA. Um, and then you can also find the show itself on both Spotify and YouTube at ScuffedAF Pod, as well as Blue Sky. You can find us there too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Like let's have Cubic send us out, and then I went, all right, I do all this stuff.
I just don't know. I don't know all of like the specific the handles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
We'll have to
I'd
get.
be fine.
Yeah, I mean it's just
Good job.
ScuffedAF Pod, but thank you guys. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.